When considering the 5 most important virtues of a teacher, according to MA Education student Hannah Smith, number 1 on the list is patience. You have to be able to remain calm when you are teaching.
This is all your fault! That perfume is toxic!
Number 2 on the list is fairness. Fairness for a teacher means treating the pupils equally. If you fail to do this, it could lead to suspicions of favoritism, which may land you in trouble.
It was my food. Henry!
Yes, Miss Oddboard?
Detention, Henry!
But Miss Oddboard?
Number 3, the big C, compassion. Compassion is caring for the misfortunes of others. So, for the teacher, this means they have to understand why some pupils do the things they do.
Of course, as you all know, the first subject of the day is homework. I'm assuming you haven't done any, Henry.
No, miss.
And what is your excuse this time?
Number 4, kindness, of course. Kindness for a teacher is to be friendly, approachable, and nice to the children.
I hope my daughter is teaching you properly. Mother!
Oh, yes, Mum, she does. Goodbye.
Oh, that lovely boy! He's so sweet! But Mother, he's the most horrid boy in my class!
Number 5, last but not least, tolerance. As a teacher, you must put up with a lot of things. Workload, behaviour issues, and colleagues who you may not get along with are all examples of things that you may have to tolerate.
Henry, what is the answer to my question?
I don't know.
That's it, Henry. I've had enough of your rudeness. Off to Miss Oddbod's office at once.
Yes, Miss Battleaxe.
Now, I may not know a thing about teaching, but I do know that Boudicca Battleaxe is not a particularly good class teacher to Henry or his peers. Boudicca Battleaxe picks on Henry throughout the series. She totally abuses her authority to single out Henry and make him feel awful.
Pay attention, Henry.
Why is Henry even singled out here? Like, every damn kid is messing around. Gorinda is doing her hair. Moody Margaret and Sour Susan are engaged in a full-on conversation. Lazy Linda is literally asleep.
Everyone may leave except Henry.
Look at how upset this makes Henry. He's not actually horrid. He's not one of those kids with no conscience. Henry really cares about what others think of him. That feeling of dread poor Henry must be experiencing. That sinking feeling in your stomach. We've all experienced that. Smash like if you know that feeling, and smash like if you hate that feeling. All of these horrible feelings. And he's done literally nothing wrong.
What have I done now?
It's not what you've done, Henry. It's what you're about to do. I need you to ask Mr. Soggington a question.
Can't you ask him yourself?
Oh, no, Henry, I can't.
Oh, all right then. What's the question?
The question is, what should I wear?
What should you wear?
He'll know what I mean.
So he's not even in any trouble after all that. But why does the teacher make him think that he is? It's just cruel. The rest of this episode is totally whacked out, as Miss Battleaxe uses Henry as a messenger to set up a date for her with Soggy Sid, the PE teacher. Not that he looks best thrilled about it. Talk about an inappropriate way for a teacher to behave.
Miss,
Yes, Henry?
he said he'd see you there.
Where?
I don't know. The gym cupboard, I think.
The gym cupboard? Oh, the gym cupboard?
This is both inappropriate and horrifying on many different levels. Boudicca Battleaxe is a bit of a dodgy character anyway. What's she up to here on her work computer?
Hello, Julie, calling big sister.
Boudicca, whatever are you doing?
I think I was trying to talk to someone.
Busted in 4K, Boudicca. Boudicca, however, does have her moments. She has a good sense of humour. I'm not going to deny that. It's quite funny how she puts Moody Margaret in her place.
Please, miss, Henry's talking.
Thank you, Margaret, and I'm sure it won't have escaped your attention that you are talking too.
Nice one, Margaret. That was definitely doing something.
Please, miss, Ralph's talking too.
Thank you again, Margaret, and that's twice you've been talking now.
As we see in my Moody Margaret video, Moody Margaret walks all over Henry's parents, so it's actually quite nice to have somebody put her in her place. Furthermore, for all of the bad elements of Miss Battleaxe's teaching, she's at least a million times better than the cover teacher that the school hires when she's absent. They hire Horrid Henry's babysitter, Rabid Rebecca. Yes, that's the same woman that physically abused both Henry and Peter in an earlier episode.
Oh, okay. If you don't like that, how about Tiddlywinks? We're playing hide and seek. You both hide, and if I find you, you'll be wishing I hadn't.
She picks on Henry even worse than old Boudicca does, but kudos to Henry for standing up for himself. Go on, son.
So, Henry, we meet again. Hello, Rebecca. I don't believe you've met Archie, my pet spider.
Ashton Primary School. You have a lot to answer for. Boudicca Battleaxe is bad enough, but Rabid Rebecca? Unforgivable to hire her. If ever a school needed to be put into special measures, it's this one. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to hit that subscribe button for weekly uploads, and it's Snipe, Snap, out.